Huge drama at the PSL San Diego event today, everyone. Well, actually, it was like non-stop drama, if I'm honest. Specifically, I'm going to talk about Dylan's corner twist, one of Dylan's corner twists, the one that was controversial, but there was so much happened today. It was such an incredible event. I had a great time watching it. Varun, you did amazing. Luke, keep your chin up. You had a shocker, but I know you'll be back. And then Dylan in the grand final. I'm not going to spoil anything, but Dylan performed. He performed in the grand final. Go and watch it yourself if the live stream is still up or when the highlights come out. But yeah, what a day, what a game. But anyway, I want to talk about this corner twist that happened in the winners semi-final between Dylan Miller and Luke Greiser. Let's take a look at it. So solve 2, Dylan was, I'm pretty sure, setting the first time, and there was a corner twist, okay? When Dylan finished the solve, he said, that wasn't me, that corner twist was there in the scramble. The team live looked at the footage and they couldn't find anything wrong with it, okay? They had a good look on, like 3 different angles in super slow motion. They couldn't see the problem, but there was a problem. And it was spotted by James McDermott and Henry Isles, both from New Zealand. So I was moderating the chat and I had two of my team causing trouble in the chat going, nah, it was definitely a twist. And I was like, nah, it's not a twist. They just said it wasn't a twist. They couldn't see one. And they were like, there is a twist. So I said to Henry in the chat, proof or it didn't happen. And he came through with the clip and he told us which corner twists and when. And I'm going to show that to you now. So Henry and James, listen, I should know better than to not believe things that you're telling me, all right? I should know better by now. But let's take a look at it. Henry put this clip together for us. Am I in the right window? Here we go. So we are watching right now. This corner here, okay, is about to cause some trouble. So we can see the way it's oriented. Red is up. This is the red, green, yellow corner. Red is up. And Dylan is getting a little bit mashed there. His cube's looking a bit loose, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, watch what happens here. He's going to perform an a U, and then a R prime. And while he is doing an R prime, notice how the red on that piece is up at the moment. So we would expect when that turns to be facing Dylan, right? He's going to perform that R, and his fingy is getting jammed in there, and there we have the twist, okay? The red side should have been pointing out here on the F face. It's now on the R, and we can see that even more clearly when he continues the solve and it comes back up. That red should be pointing up right now, and that green should be on the F face. I hope that makes sense. Let's go back. So there it is. The red is clearly on top there. It's going to come around. And at this point here, that's the twist. There it is. Boop. In those frames there, it twists. And then we have an issue because we have a corner twist. And what has happened is Dylan has then said, he obviously didn't notice it happening. I don't think Dylan's going to be the type to make things up. I trust Dylan. He's said, nah, that wasn't me. That must have been in the scramble. The team looked at it, and in looking at it live on the replays, the team did not see it. Like I said, it was picked out by not just those 2 Kiwis in the chat. A few other people in the chat spotted it as well, and were making the case. But the big question is, what happens now? This is a real test of the regs for old PSL. Let's take a look at those legs right now, everyone. You know how we do. We're diving in. Let's take a look at those regs. So there's a section in the regulations called incidents. This first line, all incidents can fall under the scope of code of conduct. That is reference to people being jerks or creeps. That's not the case this time. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, well, you can debate in the comments whether it was a skill issue or whether it's a hardware issue. But it is not, a corner twist is not covered in these regs anywhere. Or certainly not a corner twist that a player is identifying as a scramble error, we can assume that scrambles are checked. I don't know that they are, but I assume they are in a similar way to WCA. But there's nothing in these regs that says what we do in this situation, whereby a mistake has happened by a competitor. They didn't notice it. The team, in looking at the replay, didn't notice it, and so they were granted an extra. So what essentially has happened is Dylan was unfairly granted an extra, which slowed the match down. You could argue maybe that put Luke off in a way. Maybe that affected his headspace. Maybe Luke would have... You can speculate as much as you want. Maybe Luke would have won in this situation. But speculation aside, what do we do? What do they do? And what I can tell you from conversations with Chai is that they are going to have to investigate and do a post-game report. That much is clear. I can't tell you what the outcome of that will be. It's only my opinion, based on the evidence that I've seen, that there was a corner twist performed by Dylan. I don't know. I honestly don't know. This is the challenge of a new set of regs. This is a challenge for a new organization. That is what I can tell you about what I have seen with my eyes today when watching this. I didn't spot it on the replay when it happened. Some people did. The organization team didn't. So, where do we go from here, everyone? Where should we go from here? There you go. Why don't you comment below what you think an outcome of this might be? Let me know. I'll talk to Chai soon, I'm sure, and get some more information. But until next time, have fun, solve cubes, and go watch some of the matches from today, because it was genuinely very, very good. All right, peace, bye.